Okay, I have to admit something first. I am probably the most pick me up girl you will ever meet when it comes to fashion. I love standing out. And maybe that's why I have always hated trends, especially during Ramadan when every shopkeeper is like, this is what's trending this Eid. And I'm just standing there thinking, but what if I want something different? Growing up, I was obsessed with the movie Barbie and the fashion fairy tales. Ever since I watched it, I wanted to become a fashion designer. But eventually, my love for art kind of took over. But I guess a small part of that dream never really left. So, for the past few years, I have been designing my own outfits, and for the past 2 years, I have been designing my Eid outfits as well. First reason, I want to stand out, obviously. Second reason, my Eid outfits never arrive on time. I hate it, but Myntra, Amazon, both of them did me very bad when it came to Eid. This they delivered my dresses after Eid, like literally. I ended up wearing them 2 or 3 days after Eid, and once I wore it to the next Eid, which is Bakrid. So last year, I transformed my mother's sari into a Mughal-inspired outfit, and I was literally giving. But this year, I found something unexpected: my brother's sherwani, and it was elegant, beautiful, just very, very royal. So I thought, okay, this is the top. Now I need some inspiration. I started by making my Pinterest board for Eid, scrolled through a lot of outfits, and slowly I started getting a vague idea, especially for the bottom. One thing I learned over the years of being a fashion disaster is that silhouette is everything. Once the silhouette works, the rest of the outfits fall into the place. So I started experimenting with shapes. But there was one big problem. Everything made the outfit look too masculine, which honestly makes sense. It's a sherwani. The straight cuts, broad shoulders, like, no. But for the shoulders, I decided to ignore them for now. My future self can deal with it. For fabric, I knew I wanted velvet because the sherwani was already giving royal vibes, so I decided the theme would be royal. Then came the fabric shopping. The shops near me didn't have what I wanted, so I had to go through multiple stores until finally I found it. A navy blue velvet fabric which looked black at first glance, but upon closer inspection, it had that blue tint to it. And immediately I knew this is the one. I have found my soulmate. I gave it to my dressmaker and she suggested two things: a can and a fingering gloves. Can to add volume, and fingering gloves to make it a little more royal. And I learned this the hard way. Again, after being a fashion disaster for years, that accessories can literally make or break an outfit. I don't know why, but I have always ignored the importance of accessories. I always ignored their existence. But since I followed Lydia Thompson, she explained that accessories are literally everything for an outfit. So I decided to keep it simple since it's royal. When in doubt, go for simple. That's my rule. Simplicity always beautiful. Beauty lies in simplicity. That's my thumb rule. So I skipped necklaces and bracelets completely because I don't wanted them to overshadow or overpower the top of the top, which is top of the outfit, which is already too much. The only jewelry I chose were earrings and a shoulder brooch. The shoulder brooch was actually to fix the broad shoulders issue. I could not cut them out because they were literally the main foundation of the sherwani. If I had them cut it out, then the sherwani would lose its structure. So I had to have them. So I decided to amplify them instead of completely hiding them. The best way to amplify that was to add an accessory, and the solution was a shoulder brooch. That was decided. I wanted to buy one, but let's just say I didn't like the options available. Okay, fine, they were also out of budget. So I DIY'd it as always. Now, coming to the makeup and hair, which I unfortunately can't show you guys here, obviously. For makeup, I went with a blue to black smoky eye smoky eye gradient kind of effect, and the rest was simple French style base makeup, which means I use a lot of blush and red color. And for hair, since the sherwani had a collar, I went for a low Dutch bun. If you want to decide the hairstyle for your outfit, see the neckline of your outfit. Everything was set, and waiting for the Eid this year felt different. I was excited for Eid after a very, very long time. But at the same time, I was also a little sad that Ramadan was coming to an end. It went so fast. I felt like I did not pray enough. I felt like I did not utilize Ramadan as much as I had liked to. This year I was too afraid. Last year I had to give up a lot of fasting. I did not fast because I felt sick. Because for me, Ramadan had always been a month of a lot of emotions and trials. Everything that went south went during Ramadan, sadly. But so, with that little dilemma in my heart, Eid morning finally came. And to add to the sadness, I did not sight the crescent moon. Khair, Eid morning finally came. The first thing I had to do was obviously to offer Eid prayer and then cook. So, since I had cooking duty, I did not get dressed up in the morning. I wore something light, and once I offered the prayer, wished everyone, and cooked the food, then I decided to get ready. As for the cooking duty, I made Arabian makhluba, and thankfully it turned out good. So, Alhamdulillah. After that, I prepared the background for my shoot because, as I said, I wanted to go for the royal look. I used a carpet and some shawls to make it look aesthetic to add to that elegance. And I asked my brother to help. Excuse me. And I asked my brother to help me with the photo shoot because honestly, moving around in a can is not easy. I literally hated every single second of wearing that can. I also used coal to create that smoky aesthetic look, and and I used my kitten as a prop to give it a cutesy look. For photos, I used Dashcam, which has this vintage camera collection, and it makes your photos look very vintagey. Again, adding to the royal theme. And for the videos, I just used my regular camera with 4K and 60 FPS. I also had shot two videos in less FPS just to give it a slow twirl kind of look. Then I edited everything in VN to make this transition. And I hated the transition because that's not what I was going for. I had something else in my mind, but when I was executing it, I was out of frame always. It was getting out of frame, and I had to change the transition to just a simple turn instead of what I had in my mind. Okay, so from a blank page to ideas to many trials and errors to the final photo shoot, my entire Eid outfit came together in just 900 rupees. Plus a little extra for stitching, but 900 rupees for that was sick. And honestly, the rest of the Eid went way better than I expected. I thought I would just wake up, offer my prayers, wish, do the photo shoot, and go back to sleep. But that didn't happen. I met my relatives, I visited people, I laughed a lot, and it was really nice to see everyone come together. Even when people carry so many things in their hearts, so many disagreements, so many misunderstandings, you know what I mean, between the families. But I guess that's the beauty of Eid, coming together and choosing to enjoy life, even if it's just for a few moments where everyone just ignore that they have misunderstandings or any disagreements, where they just pretend that everything is okay, even if it is pretentious. It's all good for that one day. It felt really nice to forget the past and just enjoy being together and everyone coming together because everyone is so scattered all around. It's good to have a reason to come together and be happy for a while. That was all for today. I walked you through blank page to the end of everything, and there was a lot that I wanted to share, but I didn't want to bore you out. So this is all I got, the main things and the conclusion of everything, what happened on Eid and everything that went into the thinking and the making of my Eid outfit, which was loved by everyone, and everyone was commenting that it was giving royal, and that was the aim. And Alhamdulillah, I was able to achieve it. I don't know why I became Italian, but yeah, That's it. That's it for today. See you all tomorrow. See you all soon. I had a few videos shot, but I had to delete them because my storage ran out. So you guys have to wait a little longer for the next video. But yeah, new videos coming soon. Do let me know how was your Ramadan and what did you do. I would love to know how you spent your Eid in the comments below. See you soon. Allah Hafiz.